Good afternoon from a very muggy UK. This is St Mary's Church in Henlow, Bedfordshire, UK obviously. Such a gorgeous church. I would go inside, but there's a man in there painting, so I've had to come outside. But yeah, so yesterday marked 48 years since David was arrested. Many of you may know, you may have seen, or just remember the date. It's pretty much ingrained in anyone's brain, that date. The day he was finally caught after, a campaign of terror on neighbours, young innocent people that lost their lives at the hands of David. But yeah, 48 years ago yesterday, David was arrested. But I thought, Craig Glassman. So, I've never really seen many people talk about the letters that David sent him. And if they do, they haven't really read them in full. I know there's a few floating about, but I thought I'd read all 5 in total. I'm reading from something and it's got a few errors, so this is not me making a mistake, this is what it says. In March of 1977, 26-year-old Craig Glassman separated from his wife and moved into apartment 6E. It says of the Pine View Towers, but there's no such thing, so that's obviously a mistake. At 35 Pine Street, Yonkers, New York. Employed as a registered nurse at Montefiore Hospital in the Bronx. He was also a part-time volunteer deputy sheriff in the emergency services unit of the Westchester County Sheriff's Offices. As such, he sometimes came home late at night wearing his sheriff's uniform and carrying a licensed gun in his holster, which would have freaked David out. Unfortunately, Glassman's upstairs neighbour in apartment 7E was the son of Sam, Berkowitz. Observing his neighbour from a distance, thought the police had sent a spy. Interviewed by David Lawrence Klausner for his book Son of Sam, Berkowitz recounted his conviction that the burly Glassman was evil personified. David says, he just appeared one day, this Craig. He remained hidden in the walls and in the floor. He made funny screams all night long. I used to beg him to stop yelling and screaming, but he'd never listen. His real name was Gregonto Lacinto, whatever that means. He was one of them. He's got power to go into my mind. There was no doubt about who he was. So, towards the end of his murder spree, Berkowitz sent a total of 5 letters to Glassman. The first was postmarked June 7th, 1977. Craig Glassman, you have been chosen. You have been chosen to die. Craig, I curse your mother's grave. I curse your mother's grave. I am pissing on her, Craig, urinating on her head. Your mouth is filled with, your blood is sour. You, Craig Glassman, are truly Satan's child, and now he wants you by his side. Come join him in death, little ones. Master Glassman, you are the man with power of darkness. You are hereby ordered to unleash your terror upon the people. Destroy all good and ruin people's lives. Begin immediately. Mighty Craig, where is your weapon? If you don't obey the commands of your father, then you will be punished. I swear, Glassman, your life will be pure hell. We will kill you. We will murder you. Remember, Craig, that your mother, the harlot, the lesbian, wants to love yours, so make her happy. Kill some, your child. Remember, if you don't do as we say, you will surely die a premature death. Your brothers and sisters, Craig, darling, Craig Glassman, the cruelest, sickest man on earth. Cruel Glassman, mean, terrible, cruel, hateful Craig Glassman. Die, Craig, die. The return address on the envelope read, Mother, the cemetery, 174 Coligny Avenue, New Rochelle, New York, 10801. Which is obviously the Caceres residence, so yeah, David was playing games. The second letter, postmarked July 13th, 1977. My superior, Craig Glassman, Sergeant Glassman. I know how successful you have been with your assignment, forcing me out into the street for Mr. Carr. However, The dead are crying in their graves for justice, and God has promised it to them. I myself realise that I am beyond hope and redemption because I have succumbed to the powers of your commander, Mr. Carr. I obey all my orders, as you well know, and I carry them out dutifully. But we must face the fact that our deaths will come one day. Then there shall be the judgment. Since you are the fallen angel and have been condemned in the eternal fire before the earth was created, still, God will be more merciful to you if you rebel against General Cosmo and his horde of demons. So, obviously, General Cosmo is Jack Cassara, if you didn't know. There is at this time little for you to gain by loyal service. I believe the end of the reign of terror is near, and the authorities will be dealing with you in their own way. I guess I'm foolish to plead with you to surrender and turn to God, because I know that your soul is evil and that you have no heart. Therefore, you will have to spend eternity in the lowest depths of hell. Don't fear, because Captain Carr and his family and me will be at your side. You have done well in your 6,000 years of service. You have taken over my soul despite my early resistance and my denials and protests. Go ahead if you must and continue to torture the people of Earth. Don't stop issuing Captain Carr's wrath upon the world at my pleas. Just go ahead, you cruel monster, and continue your torments. You will stand naked at the judgment seat of Christ. Your brother, Dishmutz. The return address read, Brody Schmutz, Command Post 316, Gibber Merritts Avenue, Bronx 10475. The third letter, postmarked August 6, 1977. Berkowitz mailed this letter after setting fire to some rubbish he deposited in front of Glassman's metal apartment door. He also threw approximately 20 .22 caliber long rifle bullets into the fire, but Glassman doused the fire before they could explode. My master, Craig, you will be punished. Craig, how dare you force me into the night to do your bidding? I promise you, Craig, that the world shall spit on you and your mother. I know, master, that I am doomed, but do not think that I will tell the authorities of you. True, I am the killer, but Craig, these killings are your commands. I shall see you standing naked at the judgment seat. Upon your condemnation, the world shall rise in jubilation. The terrible, wicked Craig is dead. They shall shout. The streets have been filled with your blood, Glassman, per your request, your brother. The fourth letter, postmarked the same day as the third. So, in the morning, the streets of White Plains, New York, have been covered with blood, as per the request of Craig. As your servant shall serve you until the end, but it shall come quickly. Cruel, crazy Craig says the streets shall be run with blood. So Craig, in your honour, I present you with many corpses, so that you should have plenty of meat in the off-season. Your brother, White Plains, New York. God help and keep the dead. So, as in the other letters, he references meat, blood. I mean, it's all there. Berkowitz sent the fifth and last letter, postmarked September 20th, 1977, to Glassman from Attica after being sentenced. My brother and my lord, Lord Craig, forgive me for my failings and disruptions to your cause. I see now how wise the master has been in these last few weeks. For truly what you've said has come true, that I would be standing naked at the end of my life. You and Papa have done well in concealing your true identities to Earth. There are many of you, invaders in high places of the government, awaiting the orders to destroy good. But I, God willing, am ready to tell the world about you. I am not afraid of your magic box, nor your death rays. I tried to kill you, like a fool. I know I could never die, but what could I do? I shall attempt to tell the world of your real existence and mission. Judging from your silence, one could anticipate my folly. However, my words shall be realized to the people of the earth. I pray to God for your destruction. Your brother and slave, Demi Mutz, if I'm pronouncing that right. When Berkowitz was captured and searched, the police found a poem addressed to Glassman in his wallet. And it said, "Because Craig is Craig, so must the streets be filled with Craig, death." And huge drops of lead poured down upon her head until she was dead. Yet the cats still come out at night to mate, and the sparrows still sing in the morning. In David's apartment, there was a lot of scribblings on the walls. Quite a few of them referenced Craig. One, "God save us from Craig Glassman." Another one, "My name is Craig Glassman and I shall never let a soul rest." Another one, "Craig Glassman worships the devil and has power over me." And there's another, the few kill for Sam Carr, my master. But yeah, those are the letters that David sent Craig. His campaign of harassment against his neighbours that were tormenting him in his mind. So yeah, hope you found that interesting. I certainly do. Take care, guys.
Is privy to conversations down in New York at police headquarters where the various officials of the New York City Police Department and the District Attorney's Office were there, and he cannot repeat any part of those conversations. If you wish to ask any questions, he is at liberty to talk to you. If I find that it's an infringement on our agreement with New York, I must stop you. Is that fair?
Yes, sir. Mr. Glassman has been quoted by Wire Services and others as saying he lived in
the Sheriff's Department opened up a full investigation because we had felt at that time possibly it was somebody in the department itself, that had something out for me. So at that time, an investigation was started. Now on Saturday last, at 7:30 in the morning, a fire, I'd woken up at 7:30 and I heard popping and crackling started, and the Yonkers police had come into it, the detectives had come up, and we started talking, and he had asked if there were any threats in my life, and at that time I said yes, but there's an investigation going on by the Sheriff's Department itself. They said, well, we have somebody who's been sending threatening letters, and would you mind showing us one of the letters? And I did show them a copy of one of the letters, and at that time there was a correlation between the letters they were receiving from this other person, and they suspected that the person who lived above me in 7E, David Berkowitz, was the one who was sending these letters, because the letters had been sent off to the FBI to have handwriting analysis done.
They were sent to the police department?
Which? No, they were sent to someone else in Yonkers, and they had, taken them and sent them to the FBI with, let's say, a sample of David Berkowitz's handwriting, and they had not, at that time gotten, a positive identification back.
What exactly did you're quoted as saying, as the letters that were sent to Jimmy Breslin and published in the newspapers? The letters sent to you?
No, I never said that at all. I had never seen the letter that was sent to Jimmy Breslin, and so I didn't know what the writing was at that time. We were not, we had no idea, that he was under suspicion as the son of Sam.
Can you quote any of the text, or perhaps show us facsimiles of any of the letters?
We have.
I have one right
letter
here. I'll just give you an idea. It starts off, "My master." This is the one that was received Saturday. Is that correct?
Yes.
Hold it up so we can see it.
All right.
Not too high. All right, hold it right there.
Received Saturday.
Right, August. Well, it was August 4th.
August 4th that
Right.
was received. Did you ever see Mr. Berkowitz?
No, I never saw Mr. Berkowitz at all. He had seen me. I did not know anything about him, up until this point when the Yonkers PD...
Do you have a wife?
Yes.
What does she look like? What color hair does she have?
She has sandy blonde hair, long blonde hair.
What do you make of why he would send you a letter like this, that it's on your conscience?
I have no idea. The Yonkers Police Department explained to me the reason he was harassing these other people were because they either had a dog barking, which I did not, have a dog, or playing loud music or having the TV up loud, because one night about 2 months ago I had my TV up loud. I'd fallen asleep and I got a call telling me to turn down my television about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Did the call come from
I did not. I did not know if it was him. At that time, I did hear walking around upstairs.
What
Did
does
you
the
ever hear
second
any
letter say?
suspicious noises from upstairs?
No.
Did you ever
No.
smell that smell that they said when you cleaned a gun? They said people should be aware of an odor because it has a strong.
There was no way. He was such a recluse. He had like 3 locks in his door. He wouldn't even let the management have the 3rd key to let them in. He had his windows covered with blankets so nobody could see in from the outside on the fire escape at such
How
time.
long did you have that apartment under surveillance?
Actually, I would say Saturday we started to look into it more, and to the point that I think Craig could probably explain to you what happened yesterday at the arrest. We had one of our deputy sheriffs, criminal investigators, Dave Feliciano, had been doing investigations. We, at that time, did not put it as the son of Sam. In fact, I think the letters that were sent were printed. These are in script, as you see. The tone in some of the letters is, for example, one part of the letter, he goes, "So in the morning, the streets of White Plains, New York, have been covered with blood as per the request of Craig. I, your servant, shall serve you until the end, but it shall come quickly. Cruel, crazy Craig says the streets shall be run with blood. So, Craig, in your honor, I present you with my corpses so that you should have plenty of meat in the off-season. Your brother, White Plains, New York, God help and keep the dead."
What date did you get that?
This was Saturday.
We're going to get that later.
Most of the other notes were drawn with the ruler. Why do you think he revealed itself like that?
John, let me put it this way. There are points here we're very sensitive about that we do not in any way jeopardize if there is going to be a trial of David Berkowitz. So